Doesn't it feel great to be alive on a Friday afternoon or a Friday evening on YouTube as a die-hard, passionate Boise Hawks Pioneer League baseball fan or what? Woo! Doesn't it feel great to be alive on a Friday afternoon in Boise, Idaho as a die-hard, passionate Boise Hawks baseball fan or what? What's up, baseball fans? What's up, Boise Hawks baseball fans? I hope you guys are having a awesome Friday so far. And by the way, happy Friday. And by the way, we'll get to why today is a special Friday. But anyway, guys, welcome back to the channel of Main Event Baseball with Ryan, the pregame show for the Battle of Idaho. All right, guys, before we get into the Battle of Idaho in the Pioneer League, I want to wish you guys a happy Friday the 13th, because today is Friday, June 13th, aka Friday the 13th. So happy Friday the 13th, y'all. It is a new day for both the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Chuckers. And tonight, the Battle of Idaho in the Pioneer League returns to Hawks Memorial Stadium. That is right, game number 22 of the 2025 Pioneer League baseball season takes place in Boise, Idaho, between the Idaho Falls Chuckers and the Boise Hawks. Heading into tonight's game, the Idaho Falls Chuckers are 16-4 on the 2025 Pioneer League season. They sit in first place. The Boise Hawks sit at 11-10 overall in the Pioneer League standings, and they are tied heading into tonight with the Ogden Raptors. But I do want to let you guys know that the Boise Hawks have their backs against the wall heading into tonight's game against their in-state rival, the Idaho Falls Chuckers, and only for one reason. And that one reason is it is a must-W night tonight for the Boise Hawks, because if the Idaho Falls Chuckers are victorious tonight, then the Idaho Falls Chuckers will officially be the winners of the Battle of Idaho, and they would take home the Traffic Cone Trophy for the Battle of Idaho Highway Series between the Hawks and the Chuckers in the Pioneer League 2025 season. So that is why tonight is a must-win for the Boise Hawks tonight. If the Boise Hawks do not win tonight, the Traffic Cone Trophy will go to the Idaho Falls Chuckers. And the last time the Chuckers were at Hawks Memorial Stadium this season was a couple of weeks ago, when the Chuckers took 5 out of 6 against the Hawks in that opening homestand. And just to let you guys know, the Idaho Falls Chuckers heading into tonight on 10-1 on the road. The only loss, and this may be a good thing for the Hawks, the only time the Chuckers have lost on the road this season was Game 6 of the opening homestand for the Hawks. The only loss the Idaho Falls Chuckers have lost on the road, it came on May 25th when the Boise Hawks picked up their first win of the year and prevented a sweep by the Idaho Falls Chuckers. Ever since then, boom, the Chuckers have been dominant on the road. And guys, it is a beautiful night in Boise, Idaho tonight, but it is a big time back against the wall for the Boise Hawks. They are in a must-win situation against their in-state rival, the Idaho Falls Chuckers, tonight. And I got to be honest with you guys. I believe in the Boise Hawks. I believe that the Boise Hawks can take game 1 tonight. Remember, the opening homestand for the Boise Hawks for the Battle of Idaho, the Chuckers took 5 out of 6. And last night, the Chuckers won last night against the Hawks at Melaleuca Field to take 2 out of 3. So that is why tonight is a must-win situation for the Boise Hawks, and their backs are up against the wall. But I bring good news. Tonight's Friday night starter for the Hawks will be right-handed pitcher Graham Edwards. And the last time Graham Edwards was on the mound was on a Saturday night at Hawks Memorial Stadium against Ogden. He went 7 innings. Boom! He got the win on that night. The second good thing for the Hawks tonight and Graham Edwards is Graham Edwards has never faced the Idaho Falls Chuckers. Therefore, the Chuckers have never seen the Hawks starting pitcher tonight, Graham Edwards. So, in my mind, something has to give tonight. And hopefully it will be in the favor of Graham Edwards and the Boise Hawks. So just to give you guys a little update in the Battle of Idaho between the Boise Hawks and the Idaho Falls Chuckers, the Boise Hawks have only won 2 games against the Chuckers. The Chuckers are up in the series, up 7 games to 2. Remember, Chuckers win tonight, it would be the 8th win the Chuckers would have against the Hawks. But if the Hawks can magically pull out a W on a Friday night tonight, they're still alive in the Battle of Idaho to keep the traffic cone trophy. So again, I've already said it, it is a must win for the Boise Hawks tonight to at least keep them alive in the Battle of Idaho. All right, guys, let's talk about something special tomorrow night at Hawks Memorial Stadium. Tomorrow night, the Boise Hawks will not play as the Boise Hawks. They will play as the Boise Beavers. In Game 2 of a 3-game series in the Battle of Idaho, it will be the Boise Beavers taking on the Idaho Falls Chuckers again. That is tomorrow night at Hawks Memorial Stadium in Game 2 of a 3-game series. So tomorrow night, it will be the Idaho Falls Chuckers taking on the Boise Beavers. The Hawks will wear special jerseys for one night only tomorrow night, and they will be auctioned after the game. But that is tomorrow night. Another thing that is tomorrow night is Home Run Derby night in the Pioneer League. It will be the first time for the Boise Hawks and the Chuckers this season that they are in a Home Run Derby. And we will talk more about that Home Run Derby night in tonight's post-game show. All right, guys. Again, guys, it is a hot one tonight in Boise, Idaho. But with the hot brings the Battle of Idaho. That is right, because, guys, tonight, the Battle of Idaho between the Chuckers and the Hawks returns to Hawks Memorial Stadium. Again, heading into tonight, the Idaho Falls Chuckers are in first place at 16-4. The Boise Hawks are in at 11-10. And I said I would give you guys the Boise Hawks home record heading into tonight's game, so I'm going to do that. Ladies and gentlemen, the Boise Hawks heading into tonight on 4-8 at home. So they are under the 500 mark. But you know what? The good news is one of those wins at home was against the Idaho Falls Chuckers. So you know what, guys? I'm confident in the Hawks tonight. But it's not going to be an easy series because the Chuckers are up 7 games to 2 in the Battle of Idaho in the Pioneer League. So really, something has got to give in tonight's game number 1. All right, guys, now I have a question for you guys, and that is, what do you want me to talk about more in the next episode. Of course, tonight's post-game show, we will be talking about game one between the Chuckers and the Hawks from Hawks Memorial Stadium. But if there's anything regarding the lovely game of baseball you want to see more on the channel, you guys can let me know. I would be more than happy to do that. So make sure, and guys, everything on baseball is on the table if you guys want to see more. But let me know if there's anything you guys want to see more of on the channel, and I would be more than happy to do that. All right, guys, to just give you what tonight's post-game show will be about, of course, we will be looking at the recap from game one between the Battle of Idaho, between the Chuckers and the Hawks. We will also talk about Home Run Derby night for tomorrow night at Hawks Memorial Stadium in game two of this series. And then we will talk also a little bit about the mid-season tryout for the Pioneer League in 2025 that will actually take place next month in Ogden, Utah at Lindquist Field. So that's what tonight's post-game show will be about, just to give you guys a heads up. All right, guys, before I give myself a heart attack before game one of the Battle of Idaho, I'm going to end the video and the episode right there. So, again, guys, we got Friday the 13th, Battle of Idaho, Pioneer League Baseball, tonight at Hawks Memorial Stadium. We will have the recap from tonight's game in the post-game show tonight. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your Friday. Happy Friday, and happy happy Friday the 13th, everybody. I'll see you all back here tonight in the post-game show.